the hell?
Hello and welcome back to JPzilla. I know it's been a minute since I uploaded, but stuff gets in the way. But now I'm here to call out some ridiculousness and maybe get some internet traction. Just kidding, YouTube doesn't like me that much yet. In this video, I'm rebutting Goji-Chronic's video on Godzilla vs. Michael Bay's Optimus Prime. Now, I generally like Goji-Chronic for being a well-informed power scaler, i.e. individual who takes statements from authors and feeds from movies to quantify them using real-world metrics and then use those stats to determine a victor between two fictitious characters. But I found his short on Godzilla vs. Optimus Prime a little ridiculous. I mean, come on, Optimus is literally just an energy-guzzling robot truck thing, and you're gonna tell me that this guy can take down Godzilla? Yeah, okay. To be clear, I've never actually watched Michael Bay's Transformers series in full, so this isn't actually a who would win on my part. Rather, a rebuttal of Goji-Chronic short based on his best arguments for Optimus Prime, and my best arguments for legendary Godzilla. With that out of the way, let's get started. First, I want to actually address what he says at the end of the video about human weaponry. Here he says that, even though the Transformers can get taken down using human weaponry, which would seemingly limit Optimus Prime's ridiculous power statements earlier in the video to reasonable levels, we should ignore that glaring hole in his argument because those weapons were augmented by Cybertronian technology. Sure, maybe, but he's trying to argue that Optimus is above planet level. And I mean way above planet level. If he's right, and these weapons hurt Optimus Prime, that means that these weapons also scale way above planet level, considering he's trying to argue that Optimus Prime is universal plus, as in stronger than universe-ending attacks. And just using common sense, we can start to see the problem here. Think about it. Even if humans could create weapons that could literally destroy the planet if you aim it the wrong way, would they? Furthermore, would they use it as casually as using a gun or a rocket launcher? I mean, I know humans have a history of creating devastating weapons, but would anyone risk their life so frivolously? Probably not. So even though it could be argued these weapons may be stronger than real-life weaponry by some amount, it's not by that much, and certainly not by enough to justify Optimus being universal plus. With that out of the way, let's examine what he says about Optimus Prime. He starts off by scaling Prime above black holes because he fought a Transformer, the resurrected Megatron renamed Galvatron, powered by a singularity. Then he scales him above Universal because of an info box which compares his spark to the All-Spark which created the universe. One problem with this though is that the info box specifically states that Optimus's spark is not as powerful as the All-Spark, but ranks below it. So to say that he is stronger than the All-Spark just because the Fallen, one of the villains Optimus Prime defeated, was bragging that he was stronger than the All-Spark is delusional at best and contradictory at worst. Villains are often portrayed as unreliable narrators when it comes to their own powers. It's part of what makes it so satisfying at the end when they are taken down and their pride is brought down about 100 notches. Just compare the Fallen statements to Loki's confidence right before he gets tanked by the Hulk, and you'll see what I mean. Goji-Chronic tries to further justify this ranking by saying that the Fallen is confirmed to be able to destroy the universe at will. But considering it is already confirmed he needed aid from an outside source to destroy the sun, this is clearly inaccurate. Keep in mind, all this information I learned from Goji-Chronic's short and the related video, so the fact that this video already includes a truckload, get it, cause he's a truck, of contradictions is telling to Goji-Chronic's apparent bias. That and the fact that the video openly starts with him gushing about how great Optimus Prime is. Not that he's not, but anyway. I already talked about why this power scaling is fishy at best, but putting that aside, Godzilla actually also scales to this delusional level of power, and here's how. First off, I just wanted to say that, unlike Optimus Prime, who has taken clearly not planet-busting attacks with difficulty, Godzilla can take planetary levels of power with ease, as he is regularly coming in and out of the Hollow Earth. As we know, in order to enter the Hollow Earth, you have to pass through the vortex, which is the entire planet's gravity crashing down on you in an instant. The most impressive thing about this is that he comes out unscathed, meaning it's more than likely that he can take much larger levels of power with ease. putting him easily into planetary levels of power based on proofs in the film alone, which makes my next scalings make much more sense. Godzilla's atomic breath is his most iconic power. With his heat ray, he has been able to take down enemies like the Mutos, Kong, and even Shimo. But did you know that this atomic breath is stated to be the most powerful force of nature? I'm not making any of this up, trust me. I first learned this on Godzilla Guy's Can Legendary Godzilla Survive the Showa Era video, and had to learn more. From there, I did a reverse search using the Chinese promotional material he cited and found out that it is indeed real. As far as I can tell, this info box comes from a Chinese article on King of the Monsters and does indeed state that, quote, "When it surges into atomic breath, Godzilla's roar is the most powerful force in nature," unquote. This statement is also backed up by Greg Keyes, who wrote the novelizations for King of the Monsters, Godzilla vs. Kong, and Godzilla x Kong, who takes it even further by reaffirming that this statement doesn't just mean nature on Earth, but all natural forces in the universe. This means that by the time of Godzilla King of the Monsters, his atomic breath is even stronger than black holes. Since then, Godzilla has become 20 times more powerful after absorbing Tiamat's DNA and becoming Godzilla Evolved. And yes, I know there is a difference between power and capacity, something that the Godzilla fans are debating right now. But considering in the final battle, energy is literally spewing from his eyes, I'd say he's easily reached his full capacity of 20 times his old capacity, and is indeed 20 times stronger than he was in Godzilla vs. Kong. This means that his atomic breath is now confirmed to be 20 times stronger than a supermassive black hole. Already, he far outclasses Optimus Prime's feat of defeating Galvatron, and could theoretically take on a Galvatron 20 times stronger. Taking this line of logic even further, the Monsterverse, this is the Monsterverse's canon, mind you, not my own personal beliefs, which I expound upon more in my Is Ultraman a Christian allegory video, is known to take a semi-atheistic, evolutionist perspective on history. This canon is confirmed when Eileen Chen referred to the Titans as the first gods, reinforcing that, in the Monsterverse, there are no other deific forces held responsible for creation, especially since the Titans were believed to have evolved from gunk just like they believed the rest of us did, and that they weren't even around in the beginning. From this perspective, the origin of the universe is largely believed to be the Big Bang, the event in which all life sprang from non-existence and exploded everywhere. And since other theoretical events are considered canon to the Monsterverse, such as Snowball Earth and the Permian extinction, then it's easy to confirm that the Big Bang is a natural part of the Monsterverse's canon. If we consider the Big Bang to be one of those forces of nature mentioned in the official info box for King of the Monsters, Godzilla, then Godzilla is now 20 times stronger than the Big Bang, and easily outclasses Optimus's supposedly being stronger than the universe creating Allspark, which we already proved he isn't. Also, this insane scaling applies to his durability as well. During the Godzilla vs. Kong fight, Godzilla was able to take a blow from Kong's axe, which was powered up with the same atomic breath, meaning his durability also scales to a black hole or the Big Bang. Granted, it's unclear whether his durability got a 20x boost. Probably not, since he just as easily takes uppercuts from Kong as he used to. But either way, this feat scales him above the strongest force in nature, quote unquote. I know this is extreme and hard to believe, but it is no more ridiculous than Optimus Prime being Universal Plus in spite of his vulnerability to clearly not planet-busting human artillery. And if Optimus is allowed to use throwaway lines from questionably canonical comic books, then this statement concerning Godzilla is more than considerable. Do I really believe that Godzilla would be 20 times stronger than the hypothetical Big Bang event? I believe it more than I do Optimus Prime being more powerful than the universe. Even if you're somewhat skeptical of the Big Bang being one of these forces of nature for some reason or another, then Godzilla still scales to around 20 times Optimus's strongest confirmed feat. Well, anyway, thanks for tuning into my video on Goji-Chronic's Legendary Godzilla versus Michael Bay's Optimus Prime. What do you think? Do you think Godzilla falls prey to, a truck? Or do you think Godzilla literally stomps the competition? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I also want to reiterate that even though I was really critical of Goji-Chronic's scaling of Optimus Prime in this video, I generally like his content and would highly recommend his videos, so don't take this too personally. Also, if Goji-Chronic has any thoughts on this analysis, I'd love to hear them and would be open to further debate. I don't think he'll be changing my mind on this one like the black hole video though. Until then, this has been JPZilla.